Okay. Next up, Taylor and Beth.
Yes.
When I moved to New York, you don't got no money. And then when you move to New York and think you have money, you don't have money.
Mm-mm.
So I lived with 5 other people. And it was a lot. And 2 of those people are going to come on right now. This is Joseph and Jackie.
Hey, Wesley.
Hey.
Now, I lived with Daniel and Joseph. Now, guys, how was it being in New York for your first year?
Am I on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know if you heard us, but we're discussing how we lived together in a tiny apartment for a long time.
Exactly that.
A lot of us.
We did.
Yeah.
So I wanted y'all to talk about how you have to just sort of adjust to a crazy thing when you move to New York just to try to get by, And 6 people or 5 people in an apartment is, crazy. So tell a story about our living together.
Well, I
wasn't there, so.
Jackie did not live with us, but we're going to get into why Jackie and Joseph and Daniel are all connected in a second.
Daniel and I went to Daniel and Jackie and I went to grad school together, and towards the end of our time in New York, our program director Bill Westbrooks, the great Bill Westbrooks, told us that, hi Bill, that living in New York is really just a test of how long you're willing to live like a college student as an adult, and that is absolutely the truth. Just packing as many people as you can into a tiny apartment and eating cheap, unhealthy food every meal because it's all you can afford. I think that a great story from living together was when I was actually gone for the summer right after we all graduated, and the ceiling in my room fell in.
Joseph, I literally haven't thought about this in years until this moment.
And so young Mitch, who I was illegally subletting my room to, had to call me and be like, "Hey, your roof just caved in."
Oh my gosh, that was a disaster. I don't think y'all understand what he means by caved in. It was gone.
That's terrible.
Okay, so Jackie, can you tell us why the 3 of you are connected? Well, okay, Jackie and Joseph are married. I don't know if we said that. They're a married couple. But the 3 of them have a connection, and it's through their grad school program. Can you tell us about that program and everything that it involves?
Sure. So we all were in the same class together in our graduate program at NYU Steinhardt, and we were all musical theater, performance, and pedagogy majors. And beyond that,
not to interrupt, but for anyone who doesn't know what pedagogy is.
Pedagogy is teaching voice. So we have training in both performing musical theater and then also teaching all styles of voice. So,
so they all went to the same program, graduated at the same time, and are all
spent all of our future money on it. So
Daniel, can you talk about what you're doing now?
What am I doing now?
Yeah.
I'm teaching online voice lessons all the time.
How's it going? Is it a major adjustment or no?
Oh yeah, I mean it's an adjustment in the sense that you just have to pace it differently. And I told my students and the parents of those students who are high school age. Well, I was like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna keep going. So what I told them was the difference is I'm half Italian and half Swedish. I look Swedish, but I promise the other half is there. and I said online voice lessons are different to in-person lessons. Like my Swedish family dinners are different from my Italian family dinners. So in-person voice lessons are you can kind of riff off each other, finish each other's sentences. If someone's making sounds that you're not into, you could just say, "And you're done. Here's what you need to do next." Right?
Yeah.
So, but you kind of talk over each other, and then you get there by the end. And I said Swedish family dinners are a little bit like what your Skype lessons are going to be, or FaceTime or Zoom or what have you, is that you have to take turns. And then when somebody else is making sound, you listen, which doesn't come naturally to everybody or myself all the time. But it's it turns out you can actually get quite a bit done. And it just forces you to use better language, forces you to, listen more thoughtfully. And so that's, it's been a bit of an adjustment, but in a lot of ways it's great. I don't have to drive or wear pants.
Yeah. Now, is Liz Gray, would she be one of the members of your graduate school?
Yeah.
Yes, she would.
Yeah.
Hello, Liz.
Power couple is accurate. And Daniel, you do look very nice in those glasses. Okay, Jackie and Joseph, I'm going to say you're laggy a little bit.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm going to let Daniel sing. And
Yeah.
maybe y'all exit and come back in on a different phone or something.
Totally.
Cool.
And we'll let Daniel sing first instead, okay?
All right.
And then I'll talk to y'all about your studio and stuff.
Cool.
Okay, see you in a second.
Bye.
All right, Daniel,
Yes, I'm here. Here I am.
what are you going to sing for us?
Okay, well, so I went through a few songs. The last time we talked, I decided on a song, and I changed my mind from then still. So I decided actually to do an original song.
Okay.
And in this song I wrote like 3-4 years ago, where I was not in a particularly great place, and I was going through a process of grieving and sort of the aftermath of trying to figure out how to move on after something, after something really major or disruptive happens, which turns out that was great practice for this. Little did we know. But it was a song that came about from a conversation where somebody was like, oh, how are you? Kind of casual like. And I was like, well, not wanting to just be like, everything's awesome, because it's not. And also, just say, everything sucks and here are all my problems. Nobody particularly wants that conversation either. I said, like, we like, things are complicated and they're okay. And I said something like to the extent of like, I'm another kind of wonderful or something like that.
Yeah.
And that turned into a song on how do you move on from how do you move forward from something that kind of changes everything? You don't return back to normal. You look for sort of a different kind. So here's the song. You ready?
Okay, you're going full screen. Okay. Oh wait. Let me say first, Joseph and Jackie, you look good. So when you come back, you'll be fine. Okay, here you go. Take it away, Daniel.
All right. Here we go. So this song is called Another Kind of Wonderful. Looking for another kind of lovely, one that's real, one whose beauty is glorious, but whose scars are unhidden. Looking for another kind of strong one that's deep. It protects against the wind, but lets in some rain. La, la, la. Looking for another kind of happy one that lasts, one that fills my cup, but leaves room for the tears. Here's one. La, 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 looking for another kind of wonderful, where clouds may fill the sky but can't drown its can't drown its light. La, 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 la.
Yay! Let me unmute y'all.
Beautiful.
So good, Daniel.
Thank you.
The lyrics are like perfect for right now because we're all trying to find something different in this craziness to like be happy about and look forward to every day. So perfect.
Cool.
All right, Daniel. Tell everybody where you live.
Oh, I live in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It looks like that.
Not
Well, this is my best friend Laura. Says beautiful. Thank you, Daniel.
You are welcome, best friend Laura.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel, so much
All
for
right.
joining us.
Thanks,
Bye.
Daniel.
Thanks for
We'll
having
see
me
you
on.
soon.